and peace to live a more colorful life. And welcome back to part 3 of my live mini reading session. So, if you're clicking on this after it's already been uploaded, don't forget to subscribe and like and ring that notification bell so you never miss when I do one of these sessions. Usually, they're not always planned too far ahead of time. I usually put like a blast out in my comments and in my stories to invite you guys to these live events. And I also, every weekend, I try to do live free readings for you guys. And so that's another reason you want to make sure you subscribe and ring that notification bell. So if you're watching this after it's been uploaded, I hope that you enjoy, that maybe there's still something in these messages that will resonate with you. And thank you to those of you guys who are my sponsors on this channel. When you purchase a reading from me, it does help support me so I can continue to upload free content on this channel. So thank you guys so much. So, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started here. We're gonna get started with Jade. So, Jade, you want to know if there are any urgent messages from your spirit guides. So, yeah, I'm gonna pull from my angel deck. Let's see if there's anything you need to know. Any urgent messages. Interesting. Whoa. Okay, so first of all, you're getting the expectancy card. I think it's funny that you're asking if there are any urgent messages from your guides, because this card, expectancy, is kind of a card of urgency. It's almost like, hey, like something's coming. You can expect that it's coming. And I always think of, somebody who's expecting, like, somebody like a woman who's pregnant. It's like, this is inevitable. She's gonna give birth, is coming. And so you guys are trying to tell you, like, something is inevitably coming, something is growing inside of you, metaphorically. That also might be the reason that there is adversity in the air. So if you feel like there's been a little bit of struggle or adversity surrounding you, sometimes obstacles and roadblocks and things like that are brought into our paths to kind of redirect us. Sometimes there's an easier way, we just didn't realize it. Something that can sometimes appear as like a setback or an obstacle or a slowdown really could just be like a shortcut to your realignment. So trust the process. This is a really cool message here. Allow goals. I get the feeling that you set some goals maybe 6 to 8 months ago. It was almost a year ago. I get that vibe, like not too long ago, you set some goals and you've been just kind of allowing these goals to help you move forward. I see you've been really consistent. And this path of moving forward has also like brought you on an emotional journey because you've been having to kind of fight, the normal worries and fears and doubts that will come up in our head anytime that we try to make a big change or move forward or level up in our life. We're going to deal with these thoughts, that hold us back a little bit. Sometimes it's like trauma responses, but other times I think it's just natural. Our mind is almost programmed to keep us with what's safe and comfortable and familiar. So I get this message that you've been working to kind of break out of that, to get out of your comfort zone and to get on this new path with these goals. So your guides are also telling you to embrace weirdness. It's almost like you never thought you'd be on this path, or you never thought that you would be, having this type of growth with your goals. Maybe you always pictured yourself doing something kind of different with your life or your time, but it's almost like this just makes sense. And I get this vibe like you're moving forward, you're taking action, you're ready to really come out in the world and like blossom with this. You're ready to shine, sparkle. Kind of reminds me of like the star card in the tarot. This is interesting though. I got forgiveness, entanglements, love, healing and then imagination. It does seem like there's a theme in your life right now of releasing the past, healing, cutting cords. Maybe in your love life, maybe this is stuff coming up about past relationships. A lot of healing, some stuff happened in your past. And I get this vibe like, you're in the middle of healing this. You could be given some advice with this imagination card, almost like to use meditation to cut cords or to use visualization techniques to help you heal. I started a couple years ago, started like doing these meditations where like you imagine somebody from your past basically like sitting in front of you as if you're really talking to them, and you tell them everything you need to say. You like don't filter it, you don't hold back, and you just kind of open your heart to the person. You release what needs to be released, and then you say something like the Hawaiian Ho'oponopono, like, I'm sorry, I forgive you, thank you, I love you, I'm now free, and you are now free. You can visualize yourself cutting a cord between you and that person that's holding you back, and any just like lower energies or fears or anxieties or any perceptions that just aren't helping you anymore. And you can let go. And I feel like maybe this is something you've already naturally been working through. There's other ways to work through these types of entanglements, but that's, maybe try something like that. Meditation techniques or writing about it can be really helpful. And there's definitely a message about this healing process you're going through. If you've already been doing stuff like that, working through, like some of that advice I just gave, this could be a sign, you're on the right path. Like you're really releasing this, and, it's in the past now. So beautiful. Let's see if there's anything else you need to know. I'd like to pull more cards about this. Maybe what's coming in for you, expectancy. Reflect. Remember how earlier I was talking about like how you're getting ready to go out and sparkle, and like how it made me think about the star card from the tarot? Well, when I saw this reflect card, I thought more about reflecting, like reflecting light, like shining, sparkling, that kind of thing. But then we get the missing card. It makes me think that you don't know quite what you want to bring out in the world, or you don't know quite what you want to really sparkle with. So I'm getting this message to spend some time connecting with passions, to explore different passions of yours, and you're going to find, okay, this is the thing I really want to focus on right now. I want to grow, I want to sparkle with, I want to bring out in the world. And you might even need to put yourself around people that are, doing that thing or engaging in that passion, or who are talented in the same thing as you, or who are growing in that area, or maybe go to a place where it's going to bring that out of you and make you feel more creative. So yeah, maybe this is about you changing environments, or being able to go somewhere or get involved with a group of people that are doing the same passions as you. It's going to help you like bring out your sparkle, bring out your strengths. Yeah, that's just like the next part of your journey, to engage with other people, to bring in friendships, to grow with others. Yeah. So beautiful. I hope that resonates with you. And oh my gosh, you guys, I have to show you this sunset. It is, oh, there's John. It is so beautiful. Look. Wow. So pretty. I hope you guys like that. It's I'm living on the sea in Montenegro. It's a small country that's across from Italy, and it's just so beautiful here. The perfect place to relax and do readings, and yeah, it's just so nice.
So we're going to move forward to the next person. Gloria is next. Hi, Gloria. I hope that you're doing well. We're going to see what is coming up in the cards for you. Okay, so will your career and financial situation change in the near future? So, yeah, we're going to look into that. Here's the thing, if you want it to change, you can totally make it change. Remember that your future and your destiny and the ability to shape and create that lies in your hands. So it might not be a matter of will this spontaneously happen to you, but it's more of a matter of, are you going to set a clear intention? Do you trust yourself to take those steps and to stay consistent on the path and to continue to grow and explore and try things? This is about trust in yourself, trusting that you have the ability to move forward, to grow the situation, and also remembering that your current situation is not your final destination. This is just where you're at right now. Trust yourself that your soul and your spirit needed this experience right here. Like if for some reason you're struggling a little bit with a career financially, sometimes it can be really instructive to learn to live with less. And so, excuse me, there's always kind of that. Some things to consider. Yeah, look at the Nine of Swords. I'm so sorry. It's like you're going through a lot. There's some worries. Maybe some things got out of hand. I mean, a lot of people got really screwed over by the pandemic, and we can't deny the fact that there is a global recession going on. And I just get this vibe like it just kind of happened at the wrong time for you, and everything kind of snowballed. And now you're at this point where you just feel like you can't take action, because the Ace of Swords is somebody who's taking their power back, who's taking control over the situation, and who's doing something about it. So getting that reverse is like somebody who's stuck, somebody who's tired, or maybe somebody who's has some blockages preventing them. So I don't know what's going on here. I have a feeling though that whatever it is something that you shouldn't feel ashamed or guilty of, that you honestly have done such a wonderful job on your path, and like some kind of contrast I see came to you, like some type of loss that you needed to mourn. I'm not sure if there was a breakup or somebody left your life or something like that, but I see that you know this wasn't the season in your life for you to be like really going hard with your career and goals and stuff. Like you went through a period of healing, and you needed to just take life at more of a slow pace. I'm also going to say that it's a lot, this is a man's world, let's just be real. And the workforce and those type that yeah, the whole industry is based off of men and their 24-hour hormone cycle, and it's can be difficult for us women to live in this man's world, to make our own way, to bring in the money and career. So I see that. But despite all of that, I still see a way for you. I still see possibilities. And I'm just getting this message not to be hard on yourself, that maybe you needed a couple years to just feel like things were normal. Maybe you needed to be here where you're at because you needed to rest. And like you are having your basic needs met, and there is a lot to be thankful for. And yeah, there might be some bills, some debt to pay, things like that. But I get this vibe that, really start with the gratitude energy for everything you already have. The energy around you is, I see it getting better, and you're learning and growing through this. No need to be ashamed for it, because a lot of us have been here, and maybe some people who are watching right now are here. And, if that's you, it's not always the season in our life to be growing and, in abundance. And sometimes we have to learn to live with less, or kind of sit in that energy of the healing. So I get this vibe like there are new opportunities coming though. Because look, here's the Three of Wands. This is somebody who's on the other side, who's looking down. Like this is giving me very much like a Lion King, like wherever the light touches is yours kind of vibe. Somebody who has their land somebody who's like, this is my home, this is my property. So it's interesting because I see like this might be a message actually that you're going to have your own home in the future, own your property, or pay off the home loan or something like that. So I see that. I see that you're going to be on the other side of this. So we're starting to get a confirmation that yes, you are going to get on the other side of this. But you're going to have to come up with a plan. And here's the thing, it doesn't matter what plan you come up with. It just matters that you do something, anything to stir up the energy, to make some changes, to start pushing momentum in a different direction. It's also important that you're consistent. You know, a lot of times we get bright ideas, we get the materials, because it's easy to come up with an idea, to buy some stuff, and to read a book about it or take a class, but it's even harder to do the work yourself, to continue on the path, or to put the application out there, or to get the second job, or to start the business. That's the consistency, showing up every day. You can do it your way. There's probably a lot of blockages, stuff with, you know, relationships, maybe even physical health, stuff like that, you know, might be limiting you from being able to do this or do that, you know, but you're going to find your way. The wonderful thing is there's so many different, I just feel like there's so many ways for you. I see possibilities is what I'm trying to say. And they're saying by the end of this year, you're actually going to have more of a vision for what you want, and you'll be able to move forward from this. And so I think you're just looking for a miracle. You're kind of looking for a savior or looking for a way out. And you have to realize the only way to get out of this is for you to build your way brick by brick yourself. So the answer is not going to come from another person. It's not going to come from a spontaneous situation. You make up your mind what your plan is. And once you decide, you watch how fast the universe moves and then brings you those opportunities and those situations and those people to help you and support you. So instead of focusing on that, what can I get out here? Think, what can I bring from the inside out? And I want to remind you that money flows where your energy and passion goes. Whatever you're the most passionate about, talented about, there's going to be money for you there. There's possibilities of side hustles, things you can start from your home. There's also just little practical side hustles. Might not be something you absolutely love or is your favorite, but, you know, so I see options for you. I see possibilities. I see ways to bring in money. And I see you needing to make changes, but I also see something here about health, though, because before you can make a change in your career or start bringing in more money or try something different, you might just be feeling so tired and exhausted and worn out. So if that's the case, let your body rest, and that's before you try this. That's why I was getting the message, don't be hard on yourself. Maybe it was time for you to rest. Maybe it wasn't time to grow this. So your financial situation, it's tough. Own it. Take responsibility. Get your rest. Start treating your body like more healthy. Sunlight, nice walks, getting your feet in the dirt, drinking good water, hydrating. You know, talking to your doctors, healthcare providers, whatever you need to do. But fruits and vegetables, healthy foods, good sleep. Just start with the basics. If you're struggling in any of those areas, that's a place to start. I'm seeing something about starting with your physical health, rest, physical health. From there, you're going to have a little bit more energy, a little bit more motivation to start building. A vision board will be important for you. What do you picture yourself doing with your job? Where do you picture yourself in a year if things were to go according to plan? Start with that vision and then reverse engineer it. I actually see by September you're going to be feeling a lot more positive. I actually see by September there could be money coming in, opportunities coming in. And like I said, by the end of 2022, you're already in a better situation. And I think, you know, there is something about it maybe potentially taking 5 years to like really get to the full scope of, you know, turning this situation around. It might not take as long as you think. Like you're already moving through this. It's like your perception of the situation also that might need, you know, to be looked at. Like we got to get real with what's going on, but also don't let it define you. Because really, when I look in this, I'm like, oh, this person's going to be doing great. They be on the other side of this and have a really nice home or property, and you know, they're just gonna have to build to it. But it's like this is an opportunity in disguise. Like you spent a lot of time healing, releasing. You made room for this opportunity. So interesting. I hope that helps, and I hope that resonates with you. Thank you so much for asking the question, and I will see you next time. All right, so we're going to move on to the next person. Who? Okay, Rita is next. Wait, can you read that again? Oh, okay. All right, Rita, you want to know, should I invest my time and energy in this person I'm interested in? Is it worth it? Here's the thing. As a divine feminine, if you are someone who identifies as more divine feminine energy, you know, you don't really have to invest time or energy at all. You get to be more in the receptive energy, and the person you're interested in, if that works for your maybe your divine masculine, is their responsibility to invest the time, to invest the energy, to pursue you. So I'm not trying to be like, I'm not trying to be too traditional here and say that, like, you know, it's okay if you're a woman or divine feminine and you make the first move. I do a lot. That's how I've always been. But we are talking about, like, as you're getting to know someone, as you're dating them, how a certain, yeah, you do need to just be receptive. And unfortunately, sometimes you're just never gonna know if it's, like, quote unquote worth it or not. You got to define worth it, you know, because every connection that comes into your life brings you a different blessing and brings you a different lesson. And so you learn something from every person that comes across your path. So in that way, yeah, if you like this person and you feel good energy towards them and you care about them, then why not just enjoy it, allow yourself to indulge in it, allow yourself to be pursued, and, you know, see where it goes, because it will be worth it no matter what happens. Loss, you're always going to face loss. You could get your heart broken, but the truth is you're born alone, you die alone. Let's say hypothetically you and this person ended up together forever. At some point, one of you guys is going to pass away before the other, right? So the whole point is you're going to have to experience some kind of loss. It's inevitable. Don't let the fear of death, the fear of loss keep you from having what you love or pursuing a relationship or just enjoying the beginning of a connection. But that's my little disclaimer. With that said, we're going to pull you some cards, okay? Well, you guys have a really special connection. Whenever I get this, I always think about, like, maybe you have a past life. Sometimes this is like twin flame energy, even though I think the whole twin flame community is, like, really toxic. Not really into it. It's just labels, but it's almost like you guys are very loyal to each other. Like, you guys feel really comfortable around each other and, like, you really, really like each other. I see that. I think your fear is that they just don't like you as much as you like them, or they don't love you as much as you love them, or that they're not going to want the same thing as you. And I think at some point you guys are going to have to talk about this and kind of explore what you guys are looking for, and what kind of relationship or what kind of connection you're looking for. It's one thing to hit it off, but it's another thing to click when it comes to, like, looking for the same thing, you know. Are you on the same level with what you want? So you guys are saying it's worth waiting for. It might not be time to worry about this. Like, that's the first message I got, not even pulling cards, was just like, you know what? Too soon. Have fun, enjoy. Don't waste the beginning of this cute, flirty, romantic period worried about this. It's normal, though. Isn't this what we do? Yeah, your guides are saying something about a red flag, about how, like, this could keep you from just being able to relax and be in that receptive energy and give this relationship a chance, you know? So, yeah, I'm getting messages, you know, that basically, to answer your question, yes, it's worth it. It's worth it. And this person does seem to really feel, like, connected with you. And this is, like, a deep connection. This is, like, a soul connection. This is, like, loyalty. Yeah, another message about loyalty. The dogs. abundance. We're getting a lot of signs about how there's something good for you here in this connection. It's worth it. There's something to explore here. If they're if you're the one who needs to make the first move, and if you're feeling guided to do that, this could be a message to do that. But you really need to check in with yourself. If you're someone who feels like you're more divine feminine aligning, then you might need to use this as an opportunity to just work on receptivity and kind of let this person come to you. However, if you're identifying a little bit more divine masculine leading, you could decide, okay, you know what? I'm getting this guidance. I need to put myself out there. So I think there's this message, don't just pursue or chase after this person out of fear. Like, let this happen naturally. And it's interesting. I see a relationship here. This is like a little contract. I usually get this message for someone who's going to end up with somebody. So there's a lot of messages about, like this could be worth it, basically, to say the least. How do they feel about you? Look at, sexuality, dating. I think you're just worried you're going to get your heart broken. If I get in too deep, if I hook up with this person too many times, and then they're just like kind of swap me off or ghost me, I think you're worried about that happening. But I think this person genuinely wants to date you. But there will be a talk you're going to have about like what you guys want soon. And I'm getting this message. It's worth waiting for, though. It might not be right now time to push for it, but you have that right to ask to kind of bring that up in a connection, especially if you're like having sex with somebody or you're, really getting deeper in a relationship. It's kind of obvious you guys are hanging out, talking all the time. It's like, at certain points, kind of like, what's going on here, Especially if you're someone who has that expectation that you want a serious relationship, you're right. You might not want to waste your time if this person isn't looking for the same thing. But I think they are interested in dating you, and I think that they feel like the potential for a true love connection here, or there's a true love connection here, and they're open-minded, and your guides are saying that you're worthy. Like, you don't need to worry about if they like you or not, or if this is worth it. Like, follow your heart, because there's some good energy here, I'll be honest. I hope this resonates with you. Thank you so much for your support. And we're going to move on to the next person. Oh, Jolena purchased another one. Hey, Jolena. Oh my gosh, what's up? You purchased another one. I'm glad to hear from you again. Okay, so you're basically wondering, Jolena, how will your upcoming trip to New York go? Will you have enough money to like go there and have a good time? I'm thinking about this one time that I went to New York when I was 19 or 20? I don't know, but I went over there and I came back so broke that I could hardly pay the guy who drove me to the airport, and then I was eating like ramen. I had like no food when I got home. Sometimes when you're young, you just gotta do crazy shit like that. But at the same time, I'm a world traveler and I've learned a lot since then. And, you gotta be smart and you don't want to put yourself in a dangerous situation, especially in a city like New York. But, it's for memories. I feel you. You want to make sure that you can do this the right way. Also, if you're going with anybody, you might want to make sure you're not going to be left out. I see where you're at. So let's pull for you, your trip to New York. How's it gonna go? I do see that you've been working your ass off so that you can have some extra money to make this happen and pull this off. And that's what the King of Pentacles is about. You've been really smart. You've made really good moves. You've saved this money. I think, look at Four of Pentacles. Your guides know that, like, you're worried about the money and the security, but they're telling you to have strength, that you do deserve to have nice things and you do deserve to have this trip, even if things are a little bit tight financially. Sometimes it's just worth it, and a lot of times when you take your money and you invest in doing something fun that's going to lift your vibe and that's going to like feed your soul, it can actually help you to raise your vibration and attract more abundance and more money. So I don't know. I get this vibe like, yeah, you're gonna be able to pull it off. Don't worry about it. And obviously, I'm a little biased because of that story I told you. But I swear, I'm looking at your cards here, and they're just telling you, yeah, you're gonna make this happen, and you're gonna get there with strong finances. But there is a Ten of Swords coming through. You know, once you get there, you are gonna realize that okay, like I'm gonna have to take the subway, or I'm I'm gonna have to like be smart about like what meals I get and where I eat. But and I also see that there's going to be things that you wish you could do, but you have to like kind of be strategic about it. But I feel like really you're just going to love the energy of being there. That's what this is about. Just enjoying it, soaking it in. And you kind of already have plans. I see that you've planned it. You already know like all the things you want to do. And yeah, you're just going to float through the whole experience. It's going to be so nice. And you know, I don't think it's going to be a worry once you get there. Everything's just going to flow naturally. Trust yourself. You're going to make good choices. And this is the Nine of Pentacles. Like this period in your life is going to be funny when you look back on it. Like when I look back and I laugh about the time I went to New York when I was young and broke, that's going to be you. Like, so this is cute. This builds character. This is an experience. And you know, I would suggest just as like an older, like as a mom, you know, as an older woman here in her 30s looking out for a young sister to maybe do some research like how much everything costs and crunch numbers obviously, but I'm sure you've probably already done that, and eventually you just need to trust yourself and make those moves. Excuse me. Yeah, this season in your life ends. I see connections for you in New York. I see friendships for sure. Yeah, is there anything else you need to know? Unhealthy. Unhealthy calling. Interesting. Security. Well, I definitely got some messages here about how you're working on making your relationship with money and abundance healthier. And how maybe this trip is kind of you made it in that direction. Yeah, this is something that's private. So yeah, thanks for actually sharing this question. It's so interesting. It is something that's more private to you. It's a private struggle you've been going through. I think it's a private struggle a lot of people go through, obviously, you know, especially during times like these. But I see the Nine of Pentacles, abundance, support. So the vibe I'm getting is that you're gonna make it. It's not gonna be as expensive as you thought. Like you've already kind of dotted your I's and crossed your T's, and you're gonna have a wonderful time. And yeah, you're manifesting this, and you deserve it. And yeah, you worked so hard for it. Kind of going back to these messages here. So interesting. I honestly think, look, security is coming into your life. I see that coming. I hope that resonates with you. Thank you so much for your support. And we're going to move on to the next person. All right, so who's next? So Anne is next.
Well, as you got my question last week, so you found it you can perceive it as potential.
Hmm.
Because I can so help that I'm watching it. He's so unfair. He's my teacher.
Oh.
He's my Peter.
Hmm.
I want to get an energy of life with or without this question.
Okay.
The courses in this scene. Will that change things? I really feel like found some.
Okay. All right. So you asked like 5 questions. This is one of those questions or a couple questions I really wish I had like a full half hour to do a reading for. So I see your situation. What I'm going to do here for you is I'm just going to pull, and what's her name again? Anne. So Anne, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull just a couple cards to check in on your situation with your person. And then I will see if there's anything else coming into your love life. we don't have as much time, so let's see. I did do a reading for you before, like you said, and this person that you're interested in, they find you attractive, like we saw in the reading, but they can't like be with you, or there's a blockage, and it's actually because this person's your teacher or your professor. And so yeah, those situations are difficult. I do have a lot of people coming to me getting readings about being in a situation like that. Everyone's situation's different, but a lot of times people, they don't like to shit where they sleep. They don't want to be accused of creeping on someone, or crossing a line, or getting fired, or sabotaging their job. So but I've met people who fell in love that way, and it was a cute story. Like, so yeah, everyone's story is different and everyone's path is different, but it can be a little bit more difficult. It's tough. So the course is ending soon. You're wondering if that changes anything. So let's just look into it. Let's tap into the energy. Yeah, I just feel like your guides are saying you might have to let this go. Like, they're definitely attracted to you. Yeah, once again, they're attracted to you. And there's chemistry here. But this card, this energy, I just got this reversed. They're telling you, honestly, I don't know if I see it moving forward. Probably like I got in the last reading. It's still coming through that, yes, they're attracted to you and they feel a connection, but, it's... I just don't know if I see them doing anything about it. Probably for the reasons I mentioned earlier. That would be a big risk for him. And but there's good fortune coming to you in your love life, for sure. Yeah, I just don't know if I see this one moving forward, to be honest. If you want to like look deeper into it, maybe double check that. We can do another reading sometime, but let's just see right now in these last couple of minutes who or what is coming in for you. Okay, so here's what I see for you. I do see things picking up in your love life and you dating more. And actually, there being a lot of options and opportunities for you. There could even be like two men around you. So I see a little bit of dating, but then I see you pinning someone down. Here's victory. I do see someone walking into your life. I do see an opportunity for you. And here's 10 of Cups. This is usually a symbol of somebody who's moving in together, or even getting married or starting a family together. John, can you get me some water? Sorry, these are the last couple of readings. Sometimes my voice gives out a little. Yeah, I actually see, like I said, something big coming in. So don't be worried that you maybe nothing's sticking right now in your love life. You're just about to get out of school, graduate, and like just have all these opportunities. So there's more people you're meant to meet. There's more soul connections. But it's very, very right around the corner. There's an opportunity, so keep your eye out. You will meet somebody really important. You will have a serious relationship. Whoa. Okay. Cheers. I actually see something as soon as August. An opportunity for you. So yeah, you know what? I wouldn't be so worried right now about marriage or anything super long term. I see you, I honestly see you dating. I see important people in your life. I see a couple soul contracts. I don't want you to worry that like the next person that you really fall for, that maybe it's, oh no, it's going to end or something. I'm not trying to say that. I'm just saying I do see you dating a little bit. It's almost like your debut. You're coming out in the world, There's going to be a lot of people interested in you. Sexuality, interesting. Um, this is you getting more confident in yourself and in your sexual energy and in your body. And like, yes, we see you falling in love. Yeah. You're definitely starting to align with something. I can feel it. So far I'm just getting like a confirmation that someone is coming and like even a little bit of timelines about you dating soon. Nothing specific about who this person is. Your guides are saying that balance does need to come to your love life. It could also be since you're so hooked on this guy, you know, that your teacher, that it could be that's you've got a lot of focus on that, and you're also really focused on school, so you haven't been able to like open yourself to other opportunities. So they're almost saying like this needs to come to balance. You're going to be opening yourself to other opportunities. I also see something about like a work opportunity coming your way, but that's another reading, of course. This is death, yeah, leaving this chapter of your life behind, moving forward into new opportunities, new connections. And here we go. Here's the person, King of Wands. I was looking for it. So yeah, the King of Wands. This is somebody who's like definitely entrepreneur energy, somebody who's a leader, somebody who's in front of other people. I don't think that this is your professor, like your next serious relationship, because I feel like if we would get King of Swords for him. This to me is somebody who's already a little bit older than you, who's already like graduated, who's kind of already started on their own path, their own business. To me, it seems like they are part of a family business, or they've built something on their own for sure. And they are pretty like known in your community too. Like their family is known. They're really wonderful people. I keep seeing this person, like him, and also his family, like really wonderful people. That's nice. I also get this energy with this person that they they really do love the outdoors. They probably got some crazy extreme sport they do, like climbing or I don't know, dirt biking or something. That's going to be something that stands out, is that they have somewhat of like some type of impressive like kind of extreme sport thing that they're into, and that's a pretty big part of their identity, but it's like not everything. So you're looking for someone who's got like they do this and like they're out in the world, they're super social, like Leo energy, fire sign. That's I see you with someone like that. So anyways, I gotta move on to the next person, but we could dig deeper into this if you'd like. But that's just the vibe I'm getting. I hope that resonates with you. Thank you for your support, and I'll see you next time. All right, so we're gonna move on to the next person. Rose is next. What's up, Rose? Let's pull you some cards. Okay, so Rose, will you get back with your ex? The classic question. You know, I'm going into this completely unbiased. I'll be real, a lot of times I see no. Sometimes after you break up with someone, it's just really hard to get the trust back and also like the tenderness back that was there before. But I don't know. I pull cards for people all the time who get back with their ex and go on to live happily ever after. And so we're just going to look into this. I think if you want to try to get back with them and that's really just what feels right to you, you got to trust yourself, because even if I don't think there's really such thing as a wrong choice here. If that's what your soul feels like it needs, if that soul contract isn't up yet, you got to trust yourself, you know? However, if this person was in any way abusive to you, or all your friends and family, like, really are trying to warn you about this person, you know, you got to pay attention to that stuff too. I don't want to be enabling anybody to go back to something that's not good for them. So that's like my little disclaimer here when we poll about the ex. But yeah, what would that look like if you got back with your ex? What would that path look like for you? What would the potential of that be? So I'm feeling something about how, yes, you would be very happy to get back with them and it would be amazing at first, but I also see some of the same issues that you guys had continuing. So this could be a message of a karmic cycle. The same thing keeps happening over and over again with you guys. So whatever that was that caused the breakup, you guys are going to have to face it. You guys are going to have to heal it, and it's going to come up again. And sometimes the breakup and the makeup, that can be distracting from like the real root issues of communication, or how you guys can get on the same page, support each other, whatever. So we do see injustice. It's almost like there is a potential that, you'd be happy at first, but then you end up right back where you were. So be careful not to romanticize this person or put it on a pedestal just because maybe they rejected you or abandoned you, or because you're lonely. Sometimes it's just all you know. You look back in the past, it's all you know. I had this one ex that I broke up and got back with like 5 times. This is when I was much, much, much younger. But I think I did it because I was kind of lonely, and because, it's what you know. And so I'm definitely getting this energy here to kind of check your motivations. This also says who let you down. Like, sometimes when someone rejects us like that, it makes us want to chase them more, We want to validate ourselves. But you got to validate yourself without this person. Yeah, this is reversed. Taken action reversed. This might also be like, it might not even be should you do this or not. It might be, do you even have this opportunity? It might be important to see how they feel about you. So where are they at with this connection? Yeah, something tells me that like they've come back to you and they've expressed their love, and like you guys are in that energy of like kind of being happy and starting over. And so this is either going to happen soon, maybe you can like sense it's coming, or it's already happened. That's probably why you're asking the question, should I do this or not? Because you probably have an opportunity, or you will soon. So, ooh, it's so hard. I mean, I don't know if I can tell you, but I am seeing that you guys are going to have to confront whatever that was that led to the breakup. Thank you for helping me awaken to my true self. Yeah, I mean, you guys learned and grew a lot, and I feel a really genuine energy coming from your ex. That they, learned a lot with you and they care about you. But this concerns me. I'm dating other people and I don't want to be tied down. I'm worried, is your ex just thirsty, or do they really want you back and be exclusive? I don't know, girl. I'm not getting a hard yes. I'm getting a little bit of warnings. I'm not getting a hard no either. Right now, there's a lot of playfulness in this connection, and I get this message like you should trust your heart and you should explore it, and it always takes, then explore it. And also ask yourself, if this crashed and burned, would I regret it? Because sometimes you got to ask yourself that. Sometimes it's just like, I don't give a shit. My heart wants this. I'm going to go after it. And you have a history with this person. I can pull cards and see some stuff, but only if they really treated you right, if they've really, if they really changed or not. It's hard, I will say that the best indication, I can't believe it, but I'm quoting Dr. Phil, who's not really my favorite, but I'm just going to say it anyways. The best indication of somebody's future behavior is their past behavior. Are you okay with how they treated you in the past? Because that's what you're more or less going to get. And that's what this is about. So if the answer to that question is yes, you're like cool with how they treated you in the past, and something just happened and you broke up and kind of walked away, and now they were dating other people, but now they're like back, and maybe they're working their ass off to win you over, and they're pulling out all the stops, and you guys are building that trust back, then why not, right? Your hearts are very loyal to each other, but I'll be honest, I don't know about this one. It's really hard to end past life connections, someone you have such a history with. You guys know each other so well. It's why it's so easy to like just go back to each other. And I am getting the retreat card. Okay, so I'm going to vote for no, you shouldn't get back with your ex based off what I saw in the cards today. But honestly, honestly, if you did, it probably wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. And I do think that they genuinely do want to get back with you, but they're kind of all over the place right now. They're kind of like dating other people a little bit. They're thirsty, you know, they appreciate the connection. Like, you guys, like, kind of, you really affected and changed each other when you were together, but it just might be an old drum you guys keep beating that you got to move on from. This is time to move on. It's kind of what I'm getting. I hope that resonates. I'll see you next time. Peace out.
Thank you. That's Lylan Kitten or Lyran?
So this is for Lyran Kitten or Lyran Kitten.
What are Lynn's feelings / intentions?
Lynn? Okay, so you want to know what are Lynn's intentions or feelings for you. Okay, let's do it. What are Lynn's intentions or feelings for you? Can I get the name one more time?
Lynn or
The other person.
Lyran Kitten?
Lyran Kitten. Okay. Lyran Kitten. Okay. Lynn. This is so funny. Okay, so for some reason, Lynn feels like there has been a series of misconnections with you. Like, maybe at one point in time you were really into them and like, you know, kind of feeling it, but they were like kind of off with somebody else, or they weren't into you. And then maybe vice versa, like they were really into you, but like you didn't notice it, and like you friend zoned them, or like I just kind of feel like it's been a little back and forth with you guys. Like you kind of beating around the bush, putting the ball in each other's courts. And there's this message from them, like every time they tried to pursue you, they had this feeling that like you were off with somebody else, or like I just see you're a really attractive person. There's always been people flirting with you and trying to get with you, and or maybe at least that's this person's perception of you. And so they're kind of feeling like I don't know, it's almost like they felt kind of intimidated, and they just didn't take that opportunity. This also says, I know I hurt you. Like, they kind of self-sabotage relationships. Basically, I'm getting underneath it, this person has a little bit of baggage, which is probably why you're asking a question, because it maybe how they're acting towards you isn't making sense, or maybe it's unclear, you know, what they want, like you said. But this says I pretty much made a Finsta just to keep an eye on you. So this person's definitely been like, you know, looking at your account or up in your stories or checking your stuff, like just kind of wanting to like see what you're about. They're definitely attracted to you. Like, they think you're hot. They're very attracted. They might even fantasize about you, which is what this card is hinting at. This also says I'm sensitive to the intense emotional energy around this situation. I need some time to be alone and process. So there's a lot going on here. I feel like this is a really strong connection, and you guys both care a lot about each other, but you have a lot of history here, and I sense blockages. I just feel like this isn't a black or white situation. There's shades of gray. I'd love to hear the whole story. I'm kind of picking up on what happened between you guys. But this says, I've been staying up late thinking about those nights we talked for hours. I want to find a way back into your heart. So I'd say their intention is literally that. They want to find a way back into your heart, to, you know, connect with you or reconnect with you or get closer to you. They want to explore the connection, and they have feelings for you, and they think you're attractive. But like I said, there's a lot of baggage. There's a lot going on in their head. It could also be because this is Mercury retrograde and eclipse, and there's a lot going on with people right now. You know, they are sensitive when it comes to matters of the heart. They could be a little bit shy, like a lot shyer than they maybe even let on when it comes to this sensitive topic for them, their feelings for you, and that's why they're holding back. They're not doing anything. They're not making up their mind. They might not even be admitting to themselves that they actually want this, or that trying to work up the nerve to do something about it. So I see that, you know, Lynn currently is just being playful, bordering on flirty with you. I get this sense that they keep coming around. They want to explore this energy. And I get this message like you guys will continue to get to know each other. And I think that Lynn is eventually going to step up and be more honest about what they want. This is the Three of Cups. This is celebration, but this card did fly far away. So I get this message like, yes, you guys are going to have a chance to explore what this is. You're going to get closer. Things might heat up, get more romantic between you, but it'll take a little bit of time. Five of Cups. Don't be torn apart because Lynn isn't on the same page as you yet. I think you need to take this slow. I think you might need to step forward, and I think you need to pursue Lynn and just really pursue friendship and enjoy it, and like not really have too much of an ulterior motive, and just explore the connection and focus more on making Lynn feel comfortable and focusing on being a good friend, and you know, really respecting Lynn's boundaries. And I feel like Lynn is gonna open up to you like a flower that's just kind of unfurling, you know. And I just got the Lovers. I see potential here for you guys. Oh, and you're saying it was love at first sight. Yeah, I see that. That makes sense because you're like, I have been on board for this connection. And I also see Laren Kitten Tarot. So you might be a tarot reader, you're empath. So you recognize this person. You recognize Lynn as like a soulmate, or like, and so you're just like, okay, like for love at first sight, let's do this. And they just need some time to catch up because maybe they didn't have that impression, or maybe they don't, it's not like they don't see you as that or recognize that you as that. But yeah, the recognition can take longer. There's attraction here, but yeah, you need to, you know, take this at a human earth pace instead of a 5D pace. I hope that this resonates with you. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you next time. Laren Kitten. You asked about Lynn, but you honestly feel like this was Josh's energy. Can you please confirm if this was Lynn or Josh speaking to me? Because if it's Lynn, it's hard to believe. We just met, but I felt love at first sight. Sometimes when you have another person in your aura, I can cross wires. It's happened before. Doesn't usually happen. So I will double check. Was this about Lynn or Josh? I want to see red if it's about Lynn, black if it's about Josh. Was this about Lynn or Josh? Oh my gosh, it was about Josh. You're right. So for some reason, the message that came through was about Josh. So let me pull again and ask about Lynn. Okay, I want to answer your question. It happens sometimes. So maybe you needed to hear that message. Can I confirm? Why did you need to hear that? Don't worry, I'm not going to charge you extra or anything. We'll just keep going a little bit. Yeah, here's Josh. The Emperor. Yeah, look, this is Josh. What did you need to know about Josh? Josh wants to come back and hit you up again, but it's like he's been dealing with financial issues and he's like needing to straighten it out, so he can like wants to take you on dates or like come back around or just come back out and be more social, you know. It costs money sometimes to go out with friends, be social. So no, seriously, don't worry about it. Let's ask about Lynn now. Really, honestly, it's no problem. I love reading the tarot, and this is what happens. You explore the tarot, and Sometimes you ask a question and they like tell you something totally unrelated to the question, but it's part of like setting the scene or helping me understand what you're going through, or maybe, I'm here, I'm just a vessel. Sometimes your angels and guides are just like, this is what you need to hear. Lynn. Okay, this is about Josh. I just know this is about Josh. They're saying that there's chemistry here, but it's kind of a codependent connection. So, I don't know, take it or leave it. You'll have to maybe come back and watch this and listen again, taking that first part of the reading. And anytime I said Lynn, think of Josh, because I really am getting the messages about Josh. You need to know something about him, because we see that he's kind of something about him deceiving you. Nothing bad. I know this card looks horrible, but it could just be like they're not being honest with who they're presenting themselves to be, or he's not being real. Like he tells you he wants something and he's acted another way or something. So, could even be that you think that he's like kind of over you, but he's not. Interesting. Okay, back to Lynn. Lynn. There we go. Okay, so here's messages about Lynn. Your guides are telling you to trust yourself and to let go of control with this person, and to open your heart to this passion. I do get a sense that there's passion here, that when you guys, like you said, you love at first sight. And look, life purpose. And you are intuitive. Obviously, Larry and Kitten Tarot, I sense that as I tap in your energy, but also just knowing that you, another reader, it's, this is someone, I think that they have a purpose in your life. I get that sense about Lynn. Yeah, and this is sexuality. I get the feeling that, I don't know if anything's happened in this department yet, but I have a feeling that, like, you guys are going to mesh really well in that department, and you're going to feel really comfortable with each other, and this could be something that's about to go down. The energy and the heat is picking up here. Emotional freedom. I feel like this is why you like Lynn, because you can picture yourself being with them, and it's like you see how their perspective and their energy is like really chill. You just feel like, this relationship would be interesting to explore. It doesn't seem like one of those ball and chain relationships, I feel like there's something really freeing and almost rebellious about this connection. And I see the potential for true love here, and also compatibility. Yes, you guys are very, very compatible. So we're just seeing good vibes, but let's see, how does Lynn feel about you? Lynn. Okay, so you could read these cards if you want, but the vibes I'm getting off of this is like they're at this point in the connection where they're getting like butterflies, and they're feeling a little bit nervous of, like, how like you're double reading your text messages or thinking back over interaction you have with someone that you find really attractive, and sometimes you're second guessing yourself or kind of doubting yourself, or this is kind of where they're at. They aren't sure like if you're still into them, or like they're feeling a little awkward. Oh my gosh, I wish I didn't say that. Or like they just really want to impress you. They really want you to like them. So yeah, I would say Lynn definitely has feelings too, and feels the chemistry here. And look, this is them being like, oh my gosh, you're so good to me. They feel like for some reason, like they're gonna do something to blow this. I think what I'm tapping into right now are just somebody's normal feelings when they start falling for someone. Like, oh my gosh, like, oh, I hope they like me back. And I feel like if Lynn is acting kind of a little reserved, I get the feeling it's because they're trying to pull up their confidence, and like they really like you too, and they don't want to blow this. And and this says, I want to make the effort. So I have a feeling you're going to be hearing from Lynn more. I see messages coming in. I see like late nights and you guys staying up and texting and maybe talking. And I see you guys going out a lot. And I think that this card kind of sums it up. You're the first thing on my mind before I wake up, and the last thing I think about before I go to sleep. I'm really excited to see where this connection leads. Oh, that's so, so sweet. Oh my gosh, I hope that resonates with you. And I think it's so funny kind of how that happened. We got messages about this other person in your life too. So fascinating. I hope all of that really helped though. And thank you so much for your support. So is this the last person? Or who's this? Who? Carmen? Okay. Hi, Carmen. I'm so excited to be reading for you, dear. I hope you've been doing well. This is just a little mini reading, so we just have a couple minutes, but we'll see what the cards have to say for you to kind of just get you pointed in the right direction. So, mm, mm, mm. So, technically, this is, you can only ask one question, and I don't know if I can get you messages from like all of your past lovers in just a couple of minutes. But I do get and understand the spirit of your question, and I'm so happy to hear that you've just been spending time on your healing and just going through all of this. And but I know healing is hard. Don't forget though that healing is simply revealing the truth that you're already healed, you're already whole, you're already complete. So yeah, you've been going through a depression, hard time letting go of things, processing connections. And yeah, as we go through periods of that in our life sometimes. Sometimes it's because of like we move somewhere or because we start a new chapter in our life. Like, for instance, you graduate school and then everybody kind of goes off, spreads out, goes and kind of goes off their own way. So I do see some of these connections that left your life are natural, and just it was time and everyone had to kind of go in their own way. And some of it's not 100% personal. Some people just aren't really aware of how much time passed and the relationship just kind of naturally drifted. But there are also people I do see that left your life in a really chaotic and tumultuous way, and it was hurtful. And no doubt these eclipses that we're going through right now and this Mercury retrograde, especially the Mercury retrograde, is making you think about these people. So is there anything you need to know, any messages about this healing that you're going through, messages about these people? Um, it's interesting. The first message that I get is about like inheritance. And your guides are telling you that like great wealth is coming to you. There's an inheritance out there. And I don't think it's literally money, but that's part of it. But this is about like, manifesting your place in the world, security and stability, and maybe marriage. And, because you're at that point in your life where hear me. My phone cut out for a minute. You didn't miss anything. I was just saying that, yeah, you're getting ready to come out into the world in a new way, basically establish yourself next level and manifest some big things, launch your career. And that's what the Queen of Pentacles is about, is like you find your way. And this is like currently feeling a little bit indecisive, not sure what path to take. And then in the middle of that, there's this nostalgia card about thinking about the past, thinking about childhood or younger years. And, this is a distraction. Your guides are saying, yes, some of this does need to be healed. Some of this does need to be processed. And there's a reason you've been doing this. You've been so great being present with your healing process. But remember that no matter what these people have done or said, there's nothing anyone can do to take away your beautiful and bright future. And that when you're ready, once you feel like you're ready to come out of this energy, because this is the Queen of Hearts, and this is someone who's going through deep emotional time, processing things. It's also somebody who's an artist and, feels things a lot more deeply than other people and is able to like channel those energies, transmute them into art, into healing. So you guys are saying there's something for you in this time. You might transmute some of this. Maybe you'll write some beautiful music because you're processing all of this. There's some creations that want to be born. Your guides are trying to remind you that, some of the most sensitive or depressed people in the world made some beautiful art because they were just going through a lot and channeling it into the beautiful creation. So it might be time to realize that there's something in your nature that's, more emotional, more in tune, more sensitive. You might need these periods to process, to heal, to cry. A lot of times my water sign friends are always talking about what it's like to be a water sign and how the tears and the water is so cleansing. I don't know if there's a lot of water in your chart, but I just see something about that, you know, accepting it, being okay with it, and knowing that there's something for you in this. Tell yourself there's going to be something for me in this time. Because when you're kind of depressed or you're healing or you're resting a lot or you're kind of pulled back, it's hard to, because this is talking about your career and building your foundation and maybe, making moves, knowing what you want. It can be hard to do that, if you haven't given yourself this time to kind of release and make room. So that's what you're doing. You're making room for your new creations. You're releasing anxiety and you're getting ready to channel this energy into something amazing. So trust the process. Trust these cycles and seasons in your life. And I get that everything's actually is headed in a beautiful direction for you. But yeah, to just be present with this. There are some decisions that need to be made. But you have time to make them. Yeah, and your guides are saying don't be afraid to be bold. Put yourself out there in the world in a bold way. And to make those big moves you want to make when you're ready. They're saying bold moves are nearby. You're going to be making bold moves really soon. That you have so much potential with like everything you've already studied and explored and learned. You have a lot of wisdom to offer the world. And right now maybe you're feeling a little apathetic or a little out of touch with that, but that's okay. Just stay with it. Anything else you need to know? Yeah, they're telling you that you're going to be fulfilled on your path. You're going to get what you want. Also in relationships too. And this is related. When you feel fulfilled within, you manifest fulfilling relationships. So focus on fulfilling yourself. Keep going in the direction of building and of growth, especially in your career, your talents, your gifts. You needed this time to pull back. That's okay. It's not always a season to be bold and to grow and to move forward with that. So take the time you need, but then it's time to get back on it. It's time to be consistent. Yeah, your guides are like, listen, your inner self keeps telling you what you want to do. Don't give up. Keep going at it. You're still manifesting all these things you put into motion. And also, like, having fun is going to help right now. Give yourself little opportunities to have fun. Yeah, this might not be the season in your life where you're making the bold moves, but you can have fun and just kind of enjoy the little things. Slice of life. Focusing on ways to have fun is so important. You're going to be successful, though. You're just kind of resting. You just, had a big transition in your life, a big move. It takes time to kind of get back in the flow. So yeah, I hope that helps you, dear. Thank you so much for your support. It was so good to hear from you. And yeah, I guess that's it. Yeah, is that everybody? Wow, you guys, that was such a fun session. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit tired now. So I'm gonna go rest and enjoy the rest of my evening. But thank you so much for your support. I had so much fun. And yeah, if you guys are ever interested in another reading, sometimes, maybe once a month or every other month, I do a session like this, usually just when I have extra time. But I don't always announce it, so make sure you follow and subscribe for that and ring the notification bell. And anytime on my website, promiseharmony.com, you can purchase a reading from me. If you need to hear like right away and you're like, this is an emergency, I have a same day reading. Check that out. I've got live chat options available. I've got video chats. Check it out. I'm always here for you guys to pull cards, and thank you again for your support. Oh, you're welcome, Marie. Yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.